I think the main thing about this game that everyone is so anticipated for and waiting for is DLC announcements. Who's going to be in the DLC? When are they going to be in the DLC? When are they coming out? And that is what I'm here for today. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the video. This is the DLC predictions. I'm going to be going through every single character who I think has the potential to be in this game, and also the list who I think will be in the game, and also the final season pass characters for the paid DLC pass. So if you're excited for the DLC in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for all Sonic Racing CrossWorlds content. And let's get into the video, because I don't want to stall anymore, because this is going to be a good video. Let's just get the two most obvious ones out of the way, the ones who we already know, which is Knights and AiAi. If you don't know that AiAi and Knights are coming to the game, they're basically confirmed. I'd suggest you go and check my recent video out if you haven't, if you don't know what's going on with Knights and AiAi. But basically, in conclusion, they are going to be in the game, just a matter of when. Meaning really, instead of 10 character slots, we basically have only 8 character slots to predict in this video, and obviously the final season pass characters for the paid DLC. So let's just get one of them characters out of the way now, shall we? Because realistically, one of them is very obvious, and it is definitely 100% going to happen. And that character who is definitely going to be in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, I could put everything on it, is Amigo from Samba de Amigo. Amigo is just one of them characters who is always in these SEGA crossover games. He's rarely not in one. I think it's near impossible for him not to be in this game. He's been in Zero Gravity, he's been in the original Sonic Racing, he's been in Transformed. Like, there just ain't no way he's not going to be in this game. It's impossible. The second character I'm going with out of the 8 characters that are available is Beat from Jet Set Radio. I think this, again, a no-brainer. It's Beat from Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio is one of the biggest franchises for Sega. They're getting a full-on reboot very soon. It's got to happen. I'd again be very shocked if Beat was not in this game. He's been in so many different games. He's been in Transformed, and he's been in the All-Stars Racing, like, original game. He's near enough confirmed already, again, like Amigo. He might as well be confirmed. He's very, very likely to be in this game, which is really cool, because obviously I really like Beat and I really like Jet Set Radio, and with the reboot coming out, it just makes total sense for him to be in this game. Just it would be stupid for him not to be in this game. It's just really exciting. It's great. Beat being in the game. I was going to do honorable mentions at the end, but I might as well just include one of them now, which is Gum. I don't think Gum's getting in. I feel like this is one of them where we have one character from each franchise. I don't think we're going to get, for example, like Beat and Gum, 2 Jet Set Radio characters. I think it'll be one from each, which is unfortunate, but at the same time, I get it. You know, that would be a hell of a lot of characters if they were to do that, so it just makes sense. So I'm going with Beat, but unfortunately, Gum, it's just not going to happen. I highly doubt Gum's in the game, so it's sad, but like, you know, I understand it. I understand it. Now on to the third character. Again, this isn't that difficult to really decide. I mean, it's quite obvious as well who's going to be in this game. Again, I mean, I'm going with Ulala from Space Channel 5. Ulala, I mean, she's been in literally, I think, every single racing game. She was in the original Riders, she was in Sonic and All-Stars Racing, and she was in Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, and she was in other, like, crossover games like Sega Superstars Tennis as well. I do think, again, that if Ulala's not in this game, it'd be crazy. It's just one of them. She's just one of them type of characters who is always in crossover games, and I'm not against it. I'm not against it. Don't mind Ulala. Will I use her? Probably not. But again, this is just a prediction list, so I do think she'll definitely be in this game. I'm like 95% sure that Ulala will get into this game. Now with only 5 character slots remaining, I mean, like, them 3 that we've just mentioned basically just were confirmed. Like, I really feel like what Amigo, Beat, and Ulala might as well be confirmed. Like, I'm that confident that they will be in this game. They might as well just be confirmed, like, genuinely. But going forward with these characters, I don't think they're fully confirmed. But, like, they've got a very, very, very good chance in being in the game. Well, I say that, but there's probably one more that I would say is, in my opinion anyway, near confirmed for this game, because he's just one of them characters who is perfect for this game, and it's none other than BD Joe from Crazy Taxi. BD Joe fits this game perfectly. The guy drives a taxi, he is getting a new game soon, there's going to be a new Crazy Taxi game soon, you know, like, it's perfect. It is genuinely perfect for BD Joe to be in this game. He's a fan favourite, lots of people love him. Like I said, new Crazy Taxi game, He drives a taxi. He literally drives a taxi. Like, actually, I've been more shocked about BD Joe not being in the game than some of the others I've mentioned. Like, he makes so much sense. Does he not? Like, it's like the most obvious one, really. Well, Amigo was the most obvious one, but like, you might even say he's the second most obvious one. Genuinely, just for simply driving a taxi. Like, just make the taxi, bring in BD Joe. The new Crazy Taxi game will come out at some point, don't know when, but they can promote that game. Like, it's perfect. I do genuinely think BD Joe has got a really, really, really good chance, if not near confirmed at this point already. Like, it's one of them characters. And he's been in, what? He was in the first Sega All-Stars Racing, and I'm pretty sure, someone correct me if I'm wrong, he was in Transformed as well. So, I mean, yeah. Like, it's a given, in my opinion. I would be, again, shocked if he did not get into this game. And who wouldn't love BD Joe? Come on, like, who would not love BD Joe to be in this game? I mean, it's BD Joe. The guy's awesome. Now, I would say we're getting into more of the characters who are not, I wouldn't say fully confirmed in my mind anyway, but I would say they've still got a pretty good chance. Obviously, I would say the 4 that I've just mentioned there are, in my eyes, going to be in the game. I don't see a world where them 4 are not in the game. But the rest that are going to be in this video mentioned in this list, I think they've got a good chance. And I do think they will be in this DLC pass. It's just, like, very, very close to others, I would say. Like, it's not like, you know, yeah, with these now, it's not 100%. So the 5th character I'm going to go with is going to be Sakura Shinguji from Sakura Wars. See, this is a cool one. The main reason why I am even thinking this will happen is because her extreme gear actually, like, there is an extreme gear that's been shown or leaked apparently. That I didn't really know much about this actually, somehow. I didn't even know this. But there is a extreme gear that is some like real, I'll try and show it if I find it, I'll show it on the screen. It's some like pink extreme gear and it resembles Sakura, and it's actually called Sakura something. I don't know what it's called, but apparently it's named after her. The extreme gear is named after her. So, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't mind it. I don't know much about Sakura Wars. I think she got a cool design to her. I don't see why not. You know, I don't see why not. I think it would be cool. I can't really say much about it with her because I don't know much about Sakura Wars. Again, I feel like it's a good fit. It's a cool character to add. I don't know much about her. Apparently, actually, she was going to be in one of the Sega All-Stars Racing games. I don't know if it was the original or Transformed, but I saw something before when I was looking around with Sakura Wars that apparently she actually was going to be in one of the 2, and they were planning to put her in the game, but they didn't. Kind of got scrapped right at the end for not to put her not in the game, which is interesting. It gives us more indication that she might actually be in this game as well, so we'll see on that one, but I wouldn't think, you know, she's 100% confirmed. But I mean, that extreme gear is called Sakura something, named after her, and it has been shown. Apparently it's been shown in the Tales Tree video, which I did go over. I didn't even see it. Like, I completely missed that, which I'm quite ashamed of that actually. We will see with that one, but I won't say she's confirmed, but like, it's a good, like, I would say a good chance. She's definitely got a good chance. The 6th pick, I mean, I'm going with someone who I think has got a pretty good chance. I mean, I don't see him like being impossible to get in the game. I'm going with Gilius from Golden Axe. I think Gilius is one of them characters as well who definitely we could see in this game. Obviously, Golden Axe has been announced to get some sort of reboot or whatever it is when it got announced a while ago. Obviously, we've seen a bit of footage of it. Again, Gilius, he's been in some of the Sega, he's been in Sega Superstars Tennis, he's been in All-Stars Racing Transformed, you know, like, I can see it. I think Gilius from the head, he's one of them. Like, he definitely could be in this game. I do think he's a cool looking character. I think he definitely is someone who fits the game, and obviously he's one of the big Sega franchises. It's one of the big Sega franchises, Golden Axe, I guess, from like the older like generation, like from years and years ago. I could see it, and I think that's pretty much it with Gilius. I think there's not much to speak with Gilius. I think I think again, pretty good chance. If there's anyone I could see being in this game, it's Gilius. And now that means we're down to 2 more slots in the Sega DLC pass, and this is tough. This is like, truthfully, I've gone through as many as I've gone through quite a lot of people who it could be, and there's so many people it can be, and it, like I said, really tough because I would want it to be so many of these characters, but I only have to pick 2. And these are the 2 that I've come up with. I kind of feel like I've got no choice here. I have to go with Tangle and Whisper. Like, I have to. It's one of them. Like, you can't. I don't think they're not gonna put them in. Like, they are 100%. Both of them are going to be in this game. I don't know if they're gonna include them in this pass. I'm gonna say they are, but like, they could involve them in any other way. I don't know how they would do it, but I do think they're going to be in the game. I mean, there is literally something from ages ago that had Whisper's extreme gear kind of shown. If you see here, I mean, I'll put it on the screen. You can literally see this is the exact same colour scheme as Whisper, how she is, how her colours are. Like, I think this is a strong possibility, and I'll be shocked if they leave them out, because I do think they do need some IDW representation for sure. So yeah, I'm going to go with these 2 being the 2 final DLC SEGA Pass characters. And you see, like, I was at the start of this video, like when I'm starting to make this video, I was planning to leave out Sonic characters, because the thing is, there's so many other characters it could be other than Tangle and Whisper. See, if they weren't planning to put Sonic characters in this SEGA Pass, like, there is so many people they could do. This is why I think they could definitely go around doing it a different way instead of putting Sonic characters in this SEGA DLC pass. Maybe more like crossovers, and then find a way to bring in Sonic characters separately. I think that would be a lot better, because I feel like you're not wasting, but like, you could definitely figure out a way to bring out like Tangle and Whisper in a separate way, due to the fact that they are a Sonic character. And like, another mention, like, this is going to be another honourable mention, not even got to that yet, but another honourable mention, Mephiles. Mephiles, I really could see being in this game. I just don't think they do it in this pass. Like, this is the only thing. Like, Mephiles, I feel like he's one of them who should be in this game. He's one of the big villains. Like, he's very recognizable. He just looks insanely cool. It just makes so much sense for him to be in this game. Like, there's so many. Like, another one, I think Chaos could definitely be in this game. Like, Chaos has all the chance in the world as a Sonic character to be in this game. Like, but we just don't know how they're going to do it with the pass. If they were planning to bring out SEGA characters only and not actually do, like, well, you know what I'm saying. If they were going to do like crossover characters, not Sonic characters, I do think that the 2 final DLCs, personally for me, I'm just thinking logically of what they've done recently with, like, you know, crossovers and stuff like that, and who they own and stuff like that. I think Angry Birds has a very good chance. Like, the main, like, the Red, is he called Red? From Angry Birds. I think he's got, like, a good chance. Same with, what is he called? Joe Musashi. Obviously, a new Shinobi's just come out. I think he's got a really good chance to be in this game. I could definitely see him replacing Tangle and Whisper, or being obviously one to replace one of them, Tangle or Whisper. I was very close to putting him in this list, actually, but then Tangle and Whisper, I feel like I should put them in. But in the end, this is very difficult to do, because really, there's so many different characters it can be. I've missed out so many that I'm going to go through in a second as honourable mentions that I think rather could actually be in the game, kind of how I've said about Joe Musashi being in the game and Red from Angry Birds being in the game. They're kind of a bit like honourable mentions as well. I don't know if they will be, but I'm still sticking with the 8 that I've picked. So with the 8 that I've picked, the 10 characters I think that are going to be in this DLC pass are going to be Knights, AiAi, Amigo, Beat, Ulala, BD Joe, Sakura, Gilius Thunderhead, Tangle, and Whisper. I do think that is a very good list of characters. I could, like, be completely wrong. Obviously, this is a prediction in the end, but I'm going to mention some honourable mentions, like, very soon, who I think have actually still got a pretty good chance. It's just that I've not put them in the list. And honestly, anyone in these honourable mentions could for sure get in the game as well. It's just so hard to put them in when you've only got 10 slots. Honourable mentions, I'm going to name a few. Bayonetta. I think Bayonetta's one that would be insanely cool to see, but I don't think it will happen. It'll be amazing, but it's very slim chance of happening, I think, Bayonetta, compared to other characters who could be in the game. That's how I feel anyway. Billy Hatcher, I actually think Billy Hatcher could for sure be in the game, like, very high possibility, but I'm just thinking, going off like the characters that I've already said in my list, I just don't see him fitting in there. We've also got Alex Kidd, kind of the forgotten old Sega mascot before Sonic the Hedgehog. He has been in other ones. He has been in like Sega Superstars Tennis, and he's also been in like the original racing game. You know, like it could happen. It could happen for sure, but I'm gonna leave that kind of like there. I've gone with Will from Metaphor, the MC from Metaphor. I think this is also a really good possibility due to the fact simply Metaphor sold very well. It's Atlas's big new IP, and yeah, that's kind of it. I think he would be really cool. I mean, he's got a really cool design, very recognizable, obviously because Metaphor sold very well. It does make a lot of sense for him to be in the game. Do I see more of these characters that I've named? No. If they really want to do it, I would not be shocked. One of the ones that I'm hoping for and begging for, which would be unbelievable, is Igus from Persona 3. This genuinely be one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Igus in a Sonic Racing game would be unbelievable. Look, I could sit here forever and just name loads of characters who would be amazing in this game, but I'd be sat here for like 19 years. So I'm just going to leave the honourable mentions there. But now we're on to the final paid DLC pass characters. I'm first off going to say that I think there'll be two of them. I think there'll be two characters because I think there'll be two avatar characters. I think there'll be obviously the 4 turtles, and then there'll be 2 of the last DLC pack, whatever it is. And I've got like a few like interesting ones that it could be, but one that I feel like it probably will be. I mean, the one that I've seen rumored online quite a bit, like I think not leaked. It's not been really leaked. Like I've seen nothing for it. But just in general, like rumors of what it might be, is Among Us. And look, right, Among Us. I think personally, of all the choices they've got, Among Us would be a bad choice. I just think that yes, it targets younger children, stuff like that. I get it. From like a business standpoint, it's really good for them. But as a character, the Among Us, like the different versions of them, I'm guessing there'll be like. There might be even 4 of them, to be honest. There genuinely could be. Like, there might be 4 of them, because they can't only just have 2. I doubt it. When it comes to Among Us, there'll be loads of different versions, kind of like how the ghosts are. They'll be very similar to the ghosts from Pac-Man. But yeah, I do think that this wouldn't be the best choice. Would I be really happy with it? Not really. I think, like I said, there's a lot better options. But in the end, it is what it is. Like, I still use them, I still try them out. Like, they'll be cool to see, but like out of everything they could do, I think it's not the best. Like, there's definitely better options. And now on to my predictions, what they could do other than Among Us, if it isn't Among Us. First off, I'm just going to be straight up and say Dragon Ball. I could see 100% Dragon Ball being in this game. It's just one of them franchises, it's so popular. Like Sega, you've got the most perfect opportunity to do one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Put Goku and Vegeta in a racing game. To my knowledge, they've never been in a racing game. They might have a very long time ago, but in a more modern racing game, I don't think they've ever been in one. If they pull this off, it would be the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, genuinely, it probably would be the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. A Dragon Ball DLC as the final DLC for this would just for a start, they'd make way more money than they could even think. It's perfect as well, by the way. Like, genuinely, it's perfect. Everything just leads perfectly to Dragon Ball. Not even to include that the extreme gear that they could have with them is the flying Nimbus. What are we talking? Like, it's there. It's right there to happen. Like, they could do it. I do think that there is a very, very small possibility that this could happen. Not now, maybe in the future. As if they do continue, it may be like a year time where the game is doing really well and they do another season pass. But I do definitely think it is a possibility for sure. It would be insane. And I think they could pull it off. I do. I really do. But now, who do I think is actually going to be in this game? Who do I think is actually the final DLC pass characters? I think there's obviously still quite a lot you could go with, but I've got a hunch for 2 or 3 characters who I think it will be. And I think it makes sense because they're very, very popular and they've had crossovers with Sonic before. And I'm going to go with Mega Man. I think a Mega Man DLC pack makes total sense. I think it'll be very cool to see. They've obviously done crossovers in the comics. I do know that they have done like collaborations and stuff like that, like for different comics. There's just something that calls out to me when I think, Mega Man being in this game. It feels right. You know what I mean? Like, it feels right. Especially with Pac-Man. Like, kind of like the retro old, like, giants. Mega Man, Pac-Man, Sonic, Mario. You know what I mean? Like them having Pac-Man and Mega Man in this DLC feels right. So I'm gonna go with Mega Man, I'm gonna go with Zero, and I'm gonna go with Proto Man. I think 2 of these 3, obviously Mega Man being one of them, I think if they was going to add another 2 characters, I think it would be rather Zero or Proto Man. Honestly, I couldn't split, I have no idea. I'm not too knowledgeable on the Mega Man series, but I do know who these characters are. But we will see. And that's what the fun is about it, you know, like, that's why it's exciting. But I'm going to go with Mega Man. I think he's got a very good chance. So there you go. That is my DLC predictions for all of the SEGA Pass and the final DLC for the paid DLC pass. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. This video took longer than you would imagine somehow, so I'd really appreciate it. So again, thank you for watching till the end of this video, and see you in the next one.